Right then, hello and welcome to another one-off. We're back with another classic from our friends at Midas Interactive, and I use classic very, very loosely. It is exactly what you would expect from Midas Interactive by now. I've covered quite a few of their games, but this one is slightly different. I do have some praise for the game, and the fact that it does look fairly decent. But that is where my praise ends, because the assets were stolen from Johnny Herbert's Grand Prix Championship on the PC, which you will see very, very quickly. The game only has 4 tracks, and that is it. You don't unlock anything for winning on the races, you don't unlock bonus tracks or bonus cars. Once you do the 4 races, that is it. So I'm just going to do a quick playthrough of these races. You got one in Germany, one in Spain, one in Australia, and one in Portugal. We're going to start with Germany, of course. So we're going to do a single player game, professional weekend, and it's a 3-lap event. Now, it doesn't start you in the race straight away. You actually do start with qualifying, which I won't be bothering with because there's only, 8 cars on the grid. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about qualifying. So you just literally exit out, and it says you did not qualify. Simple as that. So there you go. You got Viggers and Nguyen, Jones, Bailey, Morgan, Love, and Marshall, and of course myself, starting in 8th place. I do get a nice little cinematic at the very beginning, which is, slightly different. And you do actually have a replay function on this game, which is absent from every other game. So yeah, here we go. And it's analog controls, which again, as the other ones were as well. But yeah, you can see the audio effects and the assets were taken from the game that was Johnny Herbert's Grand Prix on the PC. The only difference is you only got 8 cars on the grid rather than the 24, I believe, or 26 that are on that game. Which I do have. I do plan on doing a series of that in the near future, but it's not on my top priority list at the moment. The only differences between the difficulty settings is that it just adds steering assist and braking assist with the novice, amateur, or the novice setting, I should say. The normal setting, it gives you braking assist, but steering assist is absent. And of course with expert, it just takes all the steering aids and driving aids off. So yeah, this is the game. This is what you are given. Once again, a bit of a disappointment, but, what can you expect from Midas Interactive at this stage? The cars don't really turn that well. No damage either to the cars. They do have different camera angles as well. I'll show off in just a second. So you got the normal back camera, and then you got just close chase and far chase. No internal cameras. Come on, get around the bloody corner. So whereas at the moment my rating system for the other Midas Interactive games are about 1 out of 100, this one gets a solid 2, purely for the fact that the game does look, like a game, and you do have a replay function as well. So making thumbnails is going to be a lot easier this time. And the collision detection is a little bit suspect. I was about 20 feet away from the wall, but it said I clouted it anyway. And there we go, we've taken the lead with 1 lap to spare. Now some tracks are trickier than others, and you'll see that when we get into them. Oh, your car does this weird slide once you go into the wall. Let's go back to close chase cam. Actually, that's a bit too low down. That one's fine. We are slowly catching. Yeah, if you lock the brakes, you get the tire screeching sound effect. It does act like you've locked your front end. The car understeers off into the undergrowth. So again, you've got to be careful with the brakes and your inputs. Otherwise you will clout the wall and lose a potential victory. And that is it for round number 1. Coming to the end of the lap. Oh, this corner always catches me out. Oh, okay, my car just suddenly decided it didn't want to go forward. That's alright, we'll take the grass line and we'll get a victory. Hooray! And instead of taking you directly back to the main menu with like a massive loading screen, it actually does give you a replay, so you can look back on your exciting race and how you took the lead and everything else. So I will show that off just a little bit because we didn't have, you know, the luxury of replays on the other titles. So yeah, it's a rather unique prospect. Fancy camera work. It does change, I promise. But yeah, as soon as I played this, I was taken back to the days where I'd played Johnny Herbert's Grand Prix Championship, and I was, you know, immediately thrown back into those days, thinking, oh my word. You know, they've taken, there you go, the sound effects from it as well. They've taken the game assets, sort of, and compressed them quite a lot. But I guess, you know, for a budget title, it kind of works, but with only 4 races to do, no unlockables again, which is as standard, and no real difficulty with the AI either. They are pretty easy to get past and to win races. Yeah, it's just, again, a massive disappointment, really. But I think we've seen enough of the replay. We don't have to see any more. Don't want to get you too spoiled now, do we? So, yes, press start to continue. You get this little plaque with a 1 on it. And that is all you get for the victory. Like I said, you don't win anything else. You don't unlock anything else. You cannot even select the livery of your car. You're always given the Ferrari-looking machine. Also, these points mean absolutely nothing at all. Nothing at all. They always say you win points at the end of the race, but they don't actually account to anything. You can just carry on racing and racing and racing on the same 4 tracks and accumulate points, which is, you know, pretty superfluous, but there you go. The loading times, though, a lot quicker than we have been used to in the past. You know, it usually took about half an hour for one race to load, but no, the loading times on this one definitely improving. Not 100%, but they are improving a bit. Oh, you always have to put the car in first gear as well. It always starts you in neutral and it doesn't automatically go into gear 1. But anyway, we just squeeze by on the grass or on the dirt or whatever. Almost didn't work. I suppose another good thing as well is that they've removed the race music. So you only get music in the menus, but you don't actually get it during the race, which is good. Because the music that they usually have accompanying the races is bloody terrible. As I go clouting into the wall. Coming to a dead stop. Moved away too quickly. Now the rules are very lenient. There are no rules, so you can cut corners and take shortcuts to your heart's content, or just outbrake yourself and go into the wall again, lose all that progress and having to do it all over again on lap 2. Which again is a bit fun, I guess, if you're inclined to feel that way. Now, I will say that the game that this is loosely ripping off, the Johnny Herbert's Grand Prix Championship, is quite a fun game. You know, it's definitely not up to the Formula 1 standards, of course, but it's, you know, it is a decent game in its own right. And it's quite fun. And most of the time you end up crashing because the handling characteristics of that game isn't that well defined. But the good thing is that now and again the AI do make mistakes on that game. And if you start last, you end up going through a wall of tyres and debris because you have like a 20-car pile-up from turn 1. You can also edit all the names of the teams and the drivers as well, so if I ever do a series on Johnny Herbert's Grand Prix Championship, then I'll be able to add viewers' names like I have been doing for like GT Legends, R Factor, all that other gubbins, you know. So I'll be able to do the same on that one, which would be pretty damn awesome. Gonna move on. I wonder if I'll win this one or if I'll finish second. At the moment, it doesn't look very promising. I mean, the other drivers in the field are nowhere to be seen. Oh, not again. Oh, 23 to 25 mile an hour you get when you go into the gravel trap. Cut the corner again. And you can do it here. There's a bit of tarmac here, so you can just cut the corner without slowing down. Now, this last corner I need to get right, otherwise I will be a bit miffed. Nope, and he's just going to overtake me on the line. Son of a bitch. Oh well, not a problem. Again, you don't win anything if you come first. You don't unlock any cars or any tracks or any bonus features. Is what you see is what you get, pretty much. So yes, it'll go straight into the replay, but I exited straight away. So yes, press start to continue. Okay then, I will press start to continue, and nothing happens. So yeah, there we go. It doesn't calculate all the points either. It's just the points that you get for the race. So that was Spain. Now we're going to go to Australia, which is a very, very loose depiction of the Adelaide street circuit. And I do mean very loose. I mean Kerry Katona loose. It doesn't look like Adelaide at all, but you can see some of the corners were very influenced by the Adelaide street circuit. Anyway, we DNQ'd. And we can skip this as well by pressing start. Oh no, you can't. I used to be able to, but... Right, and... off we go. As you can see, the chicane at the start of the Adelaide lap is depicted, but just not very well done. Again, you can cut corners and get an advantage if you desire. This is the back straight. Where we're getting a speed of 175 mile an hour, 176, careful. But the car doesn't turn, it has really, really crap handling in slow corners. And then we come to the end of the lap. So, as you can see, it has some characteristics of Adelaide, but you know, it's sort of like a poor man's version of Adelaide. Just got to be careful not to go into the walls, otherwise your car does that weird slidey physics thing. Oh, like there. And you come to a dead stop. Ah, there we go. The brakes locked. And they went wide as well, but if they clout into the wall, they don't come to a dead stop like you. They just carry on going their merry way, you know, which is, you know, typical Midas programming. But yeah, the car just doesn't turn. It has the worst, the weakest turning circle imaginable. We're probably going to get another second place. Tapping the brake seems to work a little better, I guess. Cut the corner. Perfect. There you go, see, slow as you like, and the car won't turn. They'll probably take us on the last corner, though, like they usually do. Or maybe not. Okay, we were lucky on that one, so we get another victory, which again doesn't mean anything at all. But always looks like it says a Lacey on the rear wing there, but it's not a Leshy. It's supposed to be a Lacey's car. But there we go, another first place, thank you very much. And we just have to go into the last race. So another 10 points, hooray! And we go to Portugal for the final round. So yeah, I don't know why they only settled for the 4 races. Why they didn't add more. I guess they just ran out of time. Or maybe they just wanted the game to look more inconspicuous after taking most of the assets from, what's his face? Ah, if you press the accelerator then it skips the intro cutscene. I thought it was start, but oh well, I was wrong. Oh, and again, just tapping the wall and your car slides. Oh, that is the most infuriating thing about the physics engine that Midas Interactive used. In fact, there is no physics, it's just nonsense. So I highly doubt we're going to catch up to the rest of the field. Not now. So we're going to have to settle for last place. Oh, for God's sake, there you go. So you just tap the wall. There you go into the opposite wall. This track is a little bit weird. It's all over the place. Ooh. Seems like it's more in the desert than Portugal. Anyway, lap 1 complete in 1 minute 29.72. Not going to win me any awards, but oh well. I'm certainly not going to catch up to the rest of the pack now. No, especially not now. Again, go into the wall. Can you stop and get off the wall, please? The acceleration as well is, oh, for God's sake, pretty dire. It's 0 to 60 in about 3 weeks. And again, you're hardly tapping the brakes there. You got analog steering, but the analog acceleration and braking is not analog. It's literally either 100% or nothing at all. So that's why you have to keep tapping it just to get around the bloody corner. And even then it doesn't work. See, that acceleration's so atrociously bad. Oh well. We're almost done. One more lap to go. And then we're free from the torment that is GP Challenge. Oh, there we go, tapping the wall again, you lose all control. Come on, can you get a move on, please? Jesus Christ. Car comes to a dead stop and it has 0 acceleration. Oh. And with this track as well. Oh, for God's sake, I was nowhere near the wall. Stupid game. So as you can see, the any praise I did have for the game quickly disappears, and it's forgotten about once you actually get into the game proper, where in fact there is no game. It is literally just, again, it's like a tech demo and nothing else. There we go, GP Challenge is complete. And we get bugger all for it. Coincidentally, if you want to do, you know, longer races, you can. I think you can only have a maximum of 5 laps per race. But I just decided to keep it on 3 laps just to make it a little bit shorter. I don't want to torture people too much. But yeah, there you go. That is it. You win nothing. That is it. Good day, sir. Yeah, so it's either 3 or 5 laps. And that is it. So if you had novice, then it is a steering assist and braking assist on. Amateur, it is steering assist on but braking assist off, and of course professional, which we had it on, both are turned off. So there we go, that is GP Challenge. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you next time for another one-off from the glorious Midas Interactive catalogue. So thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and bye for now.